What's going on, everybody? It's Brandon from the Bench Player Podcast. Today, I'm going to break down UFC 309 Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic as fast as I can. Let's get it. Veronica Hardy, Eduarda Mora. We're going to keep it simple. Veronica Hardy gets it done. Oban Elliott, Basil Hafez. Oban Elliott is going to win, I think, but obviously with him being minus 290, got to get a little bit creative with the betting. Elliott winning in round 3 or winning by decision is at minus 145. Let's take that one. Mickey Gall versus Ramiz Brahimaj. This is such a bad fight. Would obliterate me, don't get me wrong, but just in the sake of professional UFC MMA, this is not a good one. Because both these guys aren't very good, I feel like one of them is going to finish the other. I don't really know who, but I feel like someone's going to get out of position, make a dumb decision, not know how to properly defend in a certain situation, and end up getting finished. Who that is, I don't know. Wouldn't it be fun to watch Mickey Gall win one? But this fight to not go the distance is at plus 105. I'll take that at plus money. Marcin Tybura versus Janata Deniz. I'm going underdog here. I'm going Deniz. Plus 120. I'll take it. David Onama versus last-minute replacement Roberto Romero. David Onama wins. When he wins is the question. Him getting it done under a round and a half is at plus 105. Jim Miller versus Damon Jackson. Give me Jim Miller as the underdog. Plus 150. Jim Miller gets it done. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Let's keep going with the old dudes. Give me Chris Weidman in this fight. Only because it's probably not the smartest thing to bet on Weidman, given his age and injury history, but Eric Anders is so bad. The dude could beat me by just staring at me. But in the name of UFC, in a pretty tough division, dude's not very good. So give me Weidman. Jonathan Martinez, Marcus McGee. Marcus McGee is a bad mofo. Dude is really good. A lot of people don't know. He's really under the radar. You might have heard of Jonathan Martinez if you are a casual. You might have seen him on some pretty good cards. Marcus McGee gets this one done. Mauricio Rufy versus James Lontop. Rufy comes from that nerd Portuguese Brazilian fight camp that's winning all the time. They're dominating the UFC. He comes from that group. Extremely entertaining fighter. He's going to win this fight. It just depends on when. This fight going under 2.5 rounds is at minus 170. I like it. Karine Silva, Viviane Araujo. Karine Silva to win in round 3 or by decision is sitting at minus 150. I'm going to take that one from a gambling perspective, but Silva gets it done. Bo Nickel versus Paul Craig. This one's interesting from a gambling perspective, right? So Bo Nickel's winning this fight, but he's at minus 1,000 or some shit like that. What's he at? Minus 1,350. So yeah, you're not betting on that, so you got to get creative. So how about we take this fight ending in submission? Plus 165. I like that from a gambling perspective. Charles Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. Michael Chandler's actually my underdog pick for the day. Plus 210. Can't really explain it. Lost to him before, but Chandler has his dad in his corner. He cried at the press conference. I don't know. And Chandler has to win one. If Chandler doesn't win this one, then he should have just never been here in the first place. Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Jon Jones wins. Like, if this fight was happening 5 or 6 years ago, I'd be stoked. But Stipe could barely walk, can barely talk. So give me Jon Jones. But obviously, at minus 650, you're not taking Jon Jones outright, so you got to get creative. So Jon Jones to win in round 2 to start is at minus 170. I think that's the safest pick. Hopefully that helped. Gamble responsibly. Let's have a good night tomorrow night.